feeling some kind of way, right? If someone passed by me without saying excuse me, and I just keep walking, my mind, if I allow it, I could fuck. Who this do you think he is? I just want to think he didn't even say excuse me, man. What's up with this dude, right? And I'll just entertain it and keep ruminating in it, and keep thinking about it, and thinking about it. And every time I see him, I'm now gonna start growing resentment towards this individual, all because of my what? My thoughts. My thoughts. Because I'm allowing my thought. The trigger was there that came from my trauma. But if I allow the thoughts to continue to play out, instead of thinking something different, such as he didn't see me, or maybe he didn't even really was thinking about something else, or maybe he's just having a bad day, or maybe, he's probably on a hurry to go somewhere. He didn't even know he bumped into me. But that's where now my mind was at. My mind was developed in a way that was contributing to my low self-esteem. Does that make sense? So my low self-esteem that I developed and my insecurities kind of reinforced the way I was going to think. The core beliefs that I developed because my low self-esteem contributed the way I was going to think. Come on, man, I'm giving you some meat here, y'all. Right? I'm giving you some meat here. My low self-esteem, my insecurities that I developed contributed how I was going to think. It was going to project. Because having insecurities and low self-esteem developed some very unhealthy core beliefs. And those core beliefs, again, also contributed to what I was going to think.
And what you were thinking was just to piss you off more.
Yeah.
It was just snowballing on itself.
Can I use this as an example?
It's no good bad boy. No good stuff.
I'm coming home from work. You're on the phone. When I come in, you're going to put the phone down. Okay? All right. What do you think my thinking would be with the insecure and low self-esteem?
Who are you on the phone with? Whatever. Why do you put it down whenever I can, and as soon as I can, and
This is only the second day of class. Why do you have the phone when I walk in?
I have your hair, so I'm giving you all my attention.
Why you gotta say it like that? You see what my fucking brain went? Automatic.
Shannon never responds though.
She did.
That was
Hey,
pretty
because
good.
because that's how I should have looked. Man, that's how I should have thought of me. Right? That man, she put her phone on so she could give me all her attention. And you said it perfectly. Because I share that, right?
Yeah.
All the time. Why can't I think that? Why do I think she's cheating on me? Right? You see how your brain went? Right? I'm just saying, right? We're going to be honest here, right? Right? And that's like red flag, the brain, red flag, because somewhere down the line, I probably went through that same scenario. And what the brain remembered. And I responded, oh, she's cheating on me, danger. Or I'm threatened. I feel threatened because there's another man involved here. She's going to take my heart. She's going to hurt me again.
We could take it a little further back, right? Because it might not even happen to you. It could happen to somebody like your father and your mother's situation.
Yeah.
And that's just part of your core belief.
Bam. Like growing up in a domestic violence home. Also, right, in a domestic violence home, I got to see my dad beat my mom. Right? See my mom get beat down because, she went somewhere and he came home and he recorded the miles on the car. You went 8.2 miles. Where'd you go? Right? So those remembrance. Oh, I see my car. The gas is down a little bit. I have to tank. Where'd she go? Does that make sense now? Like sometimes, again, when behaviors happen or you were traumatized, there's triggers there. And we have to replace them by tricking the brain. Right? How do we trick the brain? Huh? Replacement thinking. What else?
Work on yourself.
Work on yourself. What else? We have to start talking back to our brain, bro. We have to self-positive talk. We have to remind ourselves that we're no longer in danger. I got a good woman. I got a good guy. He didn't bump into me on purpose. God is good. I gotta tell myself this thing, I'm safe. He's having a bad day. He raised his voice because he's angry. I'm gonna give him space. Or her. I gotta tell my brain different now. Because my brain has responded to these things all my life. So now that I'm living healthy and these triggers are coming, now I gotta work on them. This is why we work on triggers. We hear the word triggers, internal, external. We hear them everywhere we go, every entity we go, every sober living home. Okay, what are your people-placing things and what's in charge? But we have to be mindful, we're just recording our behaviors. Now we gotta flip all this shit, right? We gotta flip it. We gotta flip it because this is the pattern of our life. This is the pattern of what we live. This is the pattern how we were developed. These are the things, these are our behaviors that we're recording, we're journaling. We're writing down that Sammy raised his voice and intimidated me, and I got angry. I wanted to whoop his ass and all these other things. My girl put a fucking heart on his Facebook. What the hell? I'm gonna jam that fool up. Right? We gotta renew our mind, and there's truth to it, because neuroplasticity says so. The scientific fact that our brain can change. Our brain can change. Someone say our brain can change. Come on, man. Our brain can change. Yeah. If we practice it. If we continue to do this work and not just be a victim of our circumstances. Because next thing you know, we're in jail, we're in probation, we're on parole, we're in prison, we're in the courts because of our anger. Because we fucked up our lady, or we messed up our boyfriend, or we messed up our colleague, or we broke someone's freaking car window because of our anger, or because we threatened somebody. We're back into the court system. We're back into the justice system because of our behaviors. And we could have just let it roll off our back like a duck, like they say, right? Like, let it go. Quit holding on to it. Quit holding on to fear and all. I mean, we're gonna feel fear, but this dude ain't fear, man. He's just angry. He's putting his chest out because he's going through his own thing too. He's going through his own trauma too.
Just like this?
Yeah. Triggering event. A situation or event sets off your anger cycle. Right? Getting cut off while driving. Come on, everybody look at me on that one. Receiving critical feedback at work. Finding a mess your partner left in the kitchen. Woo! Negative thoughts. You interpret the triggering event in a negative or irrational way. This mother lover only cares about himself. Even his chonies all inside the restroom. They think I can't do my job, I'll show them. Man, can't they clean up after themselves? You know, learn to spot your irrational thoughts so you can change them. Right? So you can change them. I'm going to give you a copy of this. Our behavior response, you respond to the situation. Aggressive responses often create new triggers. Driving the cycle, raising your voice leads to what? An argument, right? Arguing, fighting, criticizing, ruminating, yelling, and shutting down. Our body automatically responds when we're irritated, offended, or angry by, sweating, racing hard, clenching your fists, feeling hot, doing what I'm doing, walking back and forth. Treat these responses like an alarm, warning you to reflect before reacting. Someone will say that. Reflect before reacting. Reflect before I react. Right? And one of the biggest coping skills that they teach us is to calm yourself down. Right? To calm ourselves down. One of the biggest coping skills that we could have is to calm ourselves down. Why do we need to calm ourselves down?